Hey everybody, it's Jen Sheffer, and today's tutorial is going to cover Seesaw blogs. You may want to set up a blog this year because students by default will not be able to see each other's work. So if you decide that you do want students to see each other's amazing work that they're publishing to their journals, you can create a blog. It's really simple. I'm going to walk you through the whole process. And what's an even greater advantage is that the blog can be shared with a broader audience. It can be shared with the parents of your students, but even other classes that are blogging, not only within the district, but within our state and other Seesaw classrooms throughout the country. So let's get started and learn how to create a blog in Seesaw. So I have a BPS PD class set up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the wrench. So you would follow the exact same process in your Seesaw class if you wanted to set up a blog. Once you click on the wrench, you're going to scroll to the section that says class blog. And by default, it's turned off, but we're going to just go ahead and turn that on. And what's great about this is you are going to literally be walked through the process by Seesaw. So it says we can publish a selection of student work from Seesaw journals to a public website on the internet. But you can password protect this blog. So if you don't want everybody on the internet to see it and you only want a select audience, you can put on a password. So all the posts that are published to that blog will also be approved by you as the teacher first. And this, again, will allow you to collaborate with other classrooms throughout the country or even throughout the world that are using Seesaw. So it is teacher controlled and it is very safe and secure for students, which is another reason why we absolutely love Seesaw here in Burlington. So we're going to go ahead and click on Set Up Public Blog. The next step is to choose a name for your blog as well as a URL. My recommendation would be to get your students involved in this whole process, especially if it's brand new for you and it's new for them. So you could collaborate and brainstorm names for your class blog. So once you've selected a name, you will type it in that field there for the blog name. And then for the blog URL, I'm just going to do BPS PD. We'll see if that is taken because I've already done this once before, but I'm going to add 2020 and see if that's available. And it is. Great. So once you have selected your URL, you're going to go ahead and click on the next button. And here are two additional settings that you can toggle on. The first is enabling comments on the class blog. I would definitely turn that on because, again, that's the whole purpose of this blog, is to encourage students to really develop that authentic digital citizenship education through commenting on each other's posts. So it's built-in digital literacy education, which we really advocate for here in Burlington. So we're going to keep that on. And again, you have that added safety measure of having to require, to approve comments before they're posted on the blog. So you have that extra assurance as a teacher. The other thing you can do to ensure safety is to turn on the password for this. So I'm just going to say BPS PD for my password. And then I'm going to click on save. And that password that you set for your blog would be given to the parents of your students and anybody else that you want to have access to the blog. So maybe it's another class here in Burlington or another class in the state of Massachusetts that you've connected with. You'll just want to make sure that that password is only given to people who you want to have access to your blog. So at any time, you can change your password if necessary. So keep that in mind. Once you've done that, you're going to click on the check, and then your blog is created. Congratulations, it is set up. And the blog will be visible to students with this globe icon. So whenever they've created something that you want them to publish to it, they'll have the ability to click on that globe and their item will be public on that blog. So you can see here in the journal, that blog icon is there. And here is the blog. So as students publish it to it, you will see their posts that get added here. Students can have items published in their journal as well as the blog. And they can publish items to the blog at any time. So if they're posting in their journal throughout September and October, but you don't want to introduce the blog until November, their previous posts from earlier in the school year can simply be added to it at any time. So once that blog opens, you can customize the appearance. If you click on the gear icon up here in the top right, you can change the name, the URL if you needed to. You can add a description, and I would highly encourage you to add a description because, again, it can let your audience know who you are and what it's all about and why you're doing that blog. And then last but not least, you can add a header image. So you could have a picture of the class or any other picture that would represent the purpose of your blog and really help you and your students to create an online identity. So again, once you have your students here, I have a training student. There are no posts in that training student's account yet, but as they get added, the student could simply click on the globe icon and it will get added to the post. So that was a quick introduction to blogging, but I am here to support you if this is something that you want to try this year, and I would highly encourage you to do that. We'll follow up with additional tutorials on what it looks like from the student perspective to post to the blog. But hopefully you are excited and inspired to set it up and give it a try. Again, it encourages that authentic digital citizenship education. And any member of the BPS EdTech team can support you with setting this up and getting your students to use it. And I think you will find it really user-friendly. And I appreciate you watching this introductory tutorial. And I look forward to working with you further with blogs. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.